Right then, hello. It has been a while, has it not? Almost a month. So, I've been saying I've been doing that, I was going to do this, and now I am. I am going to start a new adventure game, and I am going to play through, and I am going to play it as I normally would, and I'm going to explain why I'm doing certain things. So let's launch. Obviously I know that a lot of people that are on my channel are there purely because of a couple of my videos that were on here before. And I said before, you know, I'd start a series, maybe do this, maybe do that. So I thought, what the hell? I've just got a new laptop. I can now record up to an hour at a time. So, yeah, screw it. I'm going to do a playthrough. So, back from when I first started playing, things have changed a great deal. When I first started playing, you didn't have any of these missions and stuff, and the missions add a lot. They do definitely add quite a... How hard is it to remember that I prefer inverted? Every bloody time. There we go. Right then. So, the missions have changed immensely how you play the game. Before you'd have to run around all the time, you'd have to get XP, things like that, but it's just so much simpler this way now. So let's get the basics started with the Oxygenator. For those that are new, the Oxygenator allows, you see the blue line? It allows you to make more blue lines with the tether system. But yeah, I mean, things like that, but just doing that gave me some tethers and 500 bytes. You'd have to run around for a while to do that normally. Now, I don't really use tethers. They can be useful. I've used them in the past, but these days, not so much. They're just here. You make them with a piece of compound. And on Xbox, if you're holding something like this, so if I've picked it up using right trigger and I'm holding it, I can press Y, and if usually it needs to go up in the top, it'll go up in the top. If not, it'll go there. So things like this, I can control directionally. So if I press on my controller LB, puts one down. I think you can also, yeah, you can also press down on the D-pad and that'll also do it. But to be honest, the only reason I did that was to get the achievement, the mission completion. So yeah, see, connect tether to an Oxygenator. So I'll do that. And like literally all of these, it's so much simpler to do it this way. So gather compound, gather resin. So I'll grab that because I'll need dirt. The main thing about this is don't be scared to die. You know, this isn't a permadeath world. You don't get one single life. You know, you don't need to worry about that sort of thing. So if you die, you die. You know, I mean, if you do die, get yourself right back up and keep playing. Now, one thing you can do to prevent yourself from dying is make oxygen filters. You can make them from the very start. You don't have to unlock them. And when you craft it, boom, oxygen. Right. That should be my... Is that all for? Research catalogue. Nope, that's fine. Missions. Tip. Usually you have to go to the launch pads to redo these. But if the only bonus is bytes, you can just do it in your thing. Discover a gateway chamber. Unlock blah blah blah. That you'd need zinc first, so you don't need to worry about that. For compound. And for compound, I'm looking for a white bubbliness, which looks like it is over there. Is that compound? Yes, it is. White bubbliness. There's a little bit of Astronium. Ain't no astronium on the surface. Ammonium. Any more? Also, if you see, look, nothing. Oh, there's ammonium there. That's what that logo means. If you aim at it and wait, oh, see, it tells you there's compound there. That's only with your terrain tool out though. Best. Oh, you see from my blue bar, I'm losing oxygen. That means my filters have run out. I'll have to replace that in a minute. 2 of 4. I should probably replace it now. Right. Once you've got your terrain tool out, you can dig. But you can also use left and right bumpers to scroll through. So you've got your dig, you've got your flatten, and you've got your increase. So that removes dirt. That uses dirt to create a flat surface, especially in the wrong place. That's exactly what it does. And that lets you build out. I want to go down to get the last of that thing that I need. There we go. And come on, one more piece. There we go. Right, I'm not jumping out of here, so I'll just have to dig myself a hole. Yeah, see? This ain't no Skyrim. And hop, hop, hop. There we go. Dig my way out. You see, power doesn't. The blue bar is oxygen. The yellow bar is power. Power doesn't automatically recharge. I've been using power as I've been making those filters. So head back, and now my tether links up, and that gives me power and oxygen. You see, there's the power that comes out. It produces 1 unit. You don't need the oxygenator, but as I said before, if I pick up the tethers and drop one down, see, it doesn't connect. But if I connect the oxygenator, it does connect. Now this can be a little sneaky, because if you build a medium platform A for a single resin, and open it, and shove the oxygenator on top, I can now pick this up. This is a lot easier on PC because you can move it around a lot easier, but yeah, I now have a mobile oxygen source that I can take with me wherever I want. Now obviously I'm not going to do that because I just don't need to. Also, you see how that just shot to my hands and I'm carrying it? It's the same as when you're carrying something, press Y to put it in your bag. If it's too big to go into your bag, it will go into your hands. And if it's too big to go into your hands, you will just get a notification just saying doesn't fit, sort of thing. Right. Missions. That's annoying when you do that. Medium storage 1, medium platform layer 2, schematic oxygenator for doing all that. So do that. And what are we doing? Print a medium printer, sort of medium printer into a platform. Yep, do that now. Right then, so to print a medium printer, you use a small printer. Medium printers are already unlocked, as are large printers, I believe. So chuck some compound down, and then get this plugged into the base, like so. Also, something else that didn't exist when I first started playing. You see these red things? These are locks. You can lock them to the side so that you can't pick it up. See, I can move the plug, but I can't pick it up until I unlock it, and then I can move it. Right then, so let's take this that I've just built. You can spin it round with LBRB. When it's not connected, you can incrementally do it. When it's on something, you can spin it. And then just pop the top with Y. And there we go. Printing up done. And done. Hello, Mr. Now, I am a fan of Z1. That's why I play this game. I quite enjoyed it, saw it on his, and I thought I wanted to play it. He hates large platform A, and quite frankly, I agree. It has its moments, but platform B is far superior. Pop this out and connect it to the network. Doesn't matter where you connect it with a lot of these, as long as it's connected to the network, you'll have full power. Now, there are certain things that are directional, such as the lead coming from your rovers, which I will get to at a later date, and the splitter. If anyone's watched some of my older videos, you'll know what a splitter is. That is directional, so you have to move from one to another. You can't just connect it. Now, I did notice, yep, we've got a wrecked ship over there, so let's go and have a look over there. Might as well build an oxygen filter to take with me. One thing you always really kind of want to have is soil. It's always nice to have soil on you so you can build platforms and whatnot. Let's have a look. That's all challenges. Right then, let's go and have a look what's over here. And you've got the trees, got the doodah. Something you'll very often find in these now is rockets. Only just small rockets, and this is annoying. I would love if they added a first-person view. A first-person view would be amazing. So when you're in these sort of things, just when you hop in, like, oh, there you go, I can just about see. And what we got? Oh, look, there we go. So we've got some aluminium, we've got some copper, and we have a solid fuel jump jet. Now, solid fuel is... Oh, hello. I think. Solid fuel is one-time use. So, you get 50... I believe you get like 50 shots per... Yeah, provides 50 boosts. I can press A, and whoop, and it'll go to a certain point, and then not work anymore. And I'm just going to take this back. This is a medium generator. I believe it produces 9 now. I think it used to produce 6, but it runs on carbon, so if I want to use this, I'm going to have to get a smelter down and make carbon. But one thing I am going to do is I am going to go and find some... I'm going to go and find some resin. Actually, I'm going to use this copper to make a work light, which is another thing that is automatically unlocked, but it's just a little light on your thing, on your back, and it just gives you a bit more able to see. It is a contextual item, so while it's in your back slot, you can turn it off and on. Flashing, well, there's no point giving a flashing warning now, I've already done it. But yes, so... I can't move that, that's not completely popped off yet. There we go. Now it has. Obviously, I know a lot of other gamers would be like, oh, let's get this, let's get that. To be honest, you can grind. I can go and grind and build a huge, impressive base, but I don't need to. You know, I mean, I don't need a huge monster base just yet. This is just me getting started. You know, it might turn out that I will make a massive base. It might turn out that I will need huge amounts of bytes. I don't know. But for now, let's just have a look around and see what we've got. Now, you can see that I'm already losing oxygen, and if I die, I die. But I'm not going to die because there's a huge wall of resin over there. Now, had I not seen that and I died, I would just go to my body, pick my stuff back up, and off I go again. See, I have resin, and to be honest, the first half of the oxygen bar and the last half of the oxygen bar are completely different. The first half will shoot down. The last half just grinds and grinds and grinds. But I've now got all of this resin. I can make myself some more filters. I'm going to drop this... drop that because I just don't need it yet. And drop another one. Make another oxygen filter because all I'm doing at the minute is just exploring. You know, you don't know what you're going to find. You don't know where you're going to find it. Actually, I'll tell you what I will do. I will take one of these organics and then... Oh, hello. I can pop you open. And I can grab some of this over here. Oh, you see that beam? That's a gateway. I can go over there and get some easy XP from just finding it. And I will use that to make a small generator. See, I'm almost out of power. And what that will do is that will start generating power from that, which is wunderbar. Oh, pardon me. So, with all this oxygen and all this energy, I might as well run over here and unlock this. Now, something that didn't exist when I started, which I'm going to be saying that quite a lot because I've been playing a while, is the compass. Now, I know exactly where I live because if you see the little house, when the house is to the front, that's the way I'm going. I am going to the purple dot, which is a gateway. Now, on Xbox, you can hold right button to bring up this, and then you have your mission log, your research catalog, and your compass. If you just tap it, it'll use the last thing you did. So I can tap, 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 and that is the compass. Now, if I switch to the mission log, I can tap it, I can press B, tap it, bring it up, press B, tap it, bring it up, and turn off the compass. These shells, they are more important later, but they do give you a few bites, so they're nice to have. There's a battery there, wonderful, I love that. Very often they're stuck in the ground, you have to get them out. I'll take that work light. I'm not going to take the tethers, I don't need them. I don't really need the work light, if I'm being honest, but it's nice to have. Doesn't look like there's anything else important here. Which way am I going? That way. Oh, there's another ship there. Let's see what that is. Are you still on? There you are. Turn you off. Another solid fuel jump jet. I'll leave that because I just don't need it yet. The ceramic I'll take. And what we got buried under here? Got more. Oh, damn it. Oh, TNT. Got some more ceramic. I'll have that. It's a shame, actually. I wouldn't mind a beacon because I don't need all of this, but it'd be nice to remember where it is. I'll find it. If I find it, I find it. If I don't, I don't. So, how long have I been recording? Jesus Christ, I've been recording 20 minutes. See, that's the thing with these sort of games. Time just evaporates. You know, you're playing it and, oh, I'll just do this for 5 minutes and whoop, 10 minutes, 3 hours are gone. These plants as well, great for early game X. Oh, hang on, I'm suffocating. Oxygen filters. See, I'm not actually listening to the audio of the game just purely because I need to be able to record my voice, and I can only do that at the moment by plugging it into my phone. But yeah, I mean that's why the O2's bar there. You just have to remember to bloody look at it. So let's see what we've got in here. It's nice to have a look. All right, calm down, Jesus. And another rocket, more ceramic, some bites, and nothing, that's it. Again, I will come back to you because at the moment I have better things to do. And here is our first gateway. Oh, and there is a big asshole. And oh, there is a very big asshole. Okie coke. Right then, let's get back to base. much space do I have? I can not really carry anything else. Now, the amount of power you get from the rocket is based on when you last touched the ground. So I can do one huge boost and get that, or I can do lots of little boosts. But I'll only get the same amount of boost each time. It's just how I choose to use it. And once my feet hit the ground, it resets. If I've only used a tiny little bit, that's tough. If I use all of it, great. If I use only a tiny little bit, tough. That's where it goes. O2. See, you don't need a huge line of tethers. You really don't. Filters. As long as you keep an eye, there is resin everywhere. Just keep an eye on your time, and away you go. There is some always grab bites as you go by as well. There is quite a bit of malachite over there, which refines into copper, but I just don't need it yet. I mean, it's nice to have. So all I have to remember is it's nearby the closest gateway. But let's head back. You'll very often find these. Is that fully working? No, it's not. Oh, it's got a power cell on it. I'll take that. It's always good to just scavenge like little bits here and there. You know, I mean, I think I'm completely full now. Oh no, I've got one space. That's because I made that oxygen, didn't I? But what I will do now is I will make my way back home when I'm looking in the right direction. And when I get there, I will probably start up some bites and I'll see what other missions I have available. But again, just plants. Always plants. Sometimes shells. The shells aren't important yet. They will be, because they will allow you to get snails from the newest update, the xenobiology update, which just like, you know, the things like the compass completely changed the way you play the game. One snail that I will be going for as soon as possible is the Calidor snail, and it just pretty much gives you infinite oxygen as long as you look after it. Actually, no, I've got enough. That's another thing, like deciding when you've got enough time to get back to your house is also important. Right then, mission log. Lights in the distance, done that. That's 500 bytes. Activate a gateway, we're a bit behind on that. I think the silver gateway takes 6 power. Each thing produces an amount of power, so that produces 2. That I don't actually know. I think it produces 1, but over a period. That produces 1. I think the amount of power needed for a silver portal is 6. I could be wrong. And the amount of power, like capacity, rather than, you know, the amount of force of the power, is about a small battery's worth. Like, if I could get myself some graphite, I could make a load of small batteries and just use that to unlock it. But let's see. Print and use a research chamber. Okie coke. Do I have the... Yes, the research chamber is already automatically unlocked. Now, you see the tabs that I've got along the top? That's how many items it will take. So the backpack slot, the medium printer, which is a 2-slot item, the large printer, which is a 3-slot item. See, that can take up to 2 items. That can take up to 3 items. And then, as luck would have it, the large printer is a 4 item. And it will take 4, and it prints the largest items in the game. Right. I believe it's 2 compound, 1 resin. I have 1 compound, I have 1 resin, no compound. I've got 2 compound there, so compound, printer. Print me a research chamber, my good man. Dump this, oh no. Dump this ceramic out, because I don't need it. Now, one thing a lot of, like, one thing a lot of gamers hate is what's called resource pits where you just literally dig a hole in the ground and shove it in there. Right, you see, if you look at that, just there, not the cable plug, but the thing around it, you see I've got a little bit of yellow and then a flashing red. That's saying I don't have enough power in my system to power everything. So what I can do is I can get these points and I can grab my power cell and dump that on there, and that just about does it. And now that'll print a lot quicker. I think what I'll do is I'll stop around half an hour and then I can like do it all up. I've still got to put the damn thing on and find somewhere to upload it. But I mean, it's a basic start, and if people actually enjoy this, I'll keep going, and I might even I'll probably do it to completion, but whether I do 100% completion or just the end of the story is I don't know. It's up in the air. Right, that's already done, so you can just... Oh, what I'm doing here as well, if you walk right up to something, on Xbox at least, it will highlight it. So see? But what I can do is I can hold left trigger, which brings out a cursor. Now obviously people with mice, you know, people that are playing mouse and keyboard, they don't need this, they just point their mouse. But yeah, you know, I can go to that, I can go to that, I can go to that. Another thing this helps with, if you click right trigger, you can control how far zoomed you are. Right trigger, my apologies. Right stick. Now let's say I wanted that piece of aluminium, but I'm over here. I could literally just angle the camera and pick it up from there, and now I've got it. So I don't have to walk all the way around and do it. Also, another thing they added is quick swap. So you notice how I put the aluminium there and picked up this. If you highlight something on a one spot, you can switch it out. So doot, which is useful because usually you'd have to put that on the ground and then pick that up and put that there. So I've got my research chamber. So what I'll do is I'll bring this over to here. Now there's different types of socket, and they're called tiers. You have a tier 1, which is right here, which is just a single socket. It looks just like the ones in your backpack, and it will hold one single item. You have a tier 2, which is like this, and this it looks like, and this is what this holds. So that's a tier 2. You see? And then if I shift that over there, this chamber is a tier 3. So you see it looks like two tier 2s put together. And then the final one is tier 4, which looks like two tier 3s put together. Just unpack that. And once again, if I pick it up, I can just tap it once and it'll spin around 90 degrees. So what I will do now is not put anything in there because I don't have anything yet. But I will go into my mission log, and I've got the 4 science achievement, and it gives me 2 beacons and some bytes, which is wonderful. And it also unlocks more stuff. So what I'm going to do now is gain bytes. So there are many different ways of gaining bytes. You can use that chamber to examine a lot of things. I will just quickly grab some resin to take with me. Oxygen filters. I didn't grab the power. Oh yes I do, I got the power right there. Now as I was walking this way, I remember seeing... No. Yep. I remember seeing some... Yep, there it is. These are exo... I can't remember exactly what they're called. They're exo somethings. Research caches or something. Exodynamics Research Aid. There are multiple different ones. This one requires you to fill the batteries. So rather than another one which requires you to give it a certain amount of power, this one just wants a certain amount of power put into it. So I can do that, and you can see it starts charging. Now on silver, we'll get the small ones out of it. You're going to run out, aren't you? And zoop. Yep, there we go, organic. Are you going to fill up in time? Yes, you are. Wonderful. You see how it's got this blue outline? I could go into my backpack, pick it up and move it over. But if it's got a blue outline, see, it wants organic, so I can just right trigger and the organic goes on. As I was saying, in silver, the research aids are these little ones. Now you can just hold and scan it and you'll get about 400 bytes-ish. Not entirely certain. But, you know, not a huge amount. It feels like a huge amount when you first start, or at least it used to before missions. But you can get like 3 times the amount by researching it. So I will come over here. I will pick up my research sample. I will chuck it in there. And I will press Y to get into the thingy. And then you can either go over to the thing and press A, or you can just right trigger. Oh, you used to be able to. Oh, don't tell a lie. You used to be able to do it. Oh yeah, you can just tap A now. You don't have to go over. And that'll start scanning it, and that is giving me 150 bytes a minute. I do have a nice amount already, but what I will do is I will unlock the smeltery. And if memory serves, the smeltery is... Where are you? There you are. 1 compound and 2 resin. Do I have compound? No, I don't have any resin either. So I will go and get some. Right after I open up you. And you will give me a small battery, and the schematics are a small battery, which used to be a single piece of lithium, but now it takes a single piece of graphite, which is brilliant because that means you can make batteries from here. But what I will do is I will take this off, and another thing they do now, when you put them down, you can connect them straight up to a system. Before, you'd have to put them like that. That was the only way of filling them up. It would appear that the research chamber needs more power. I'll come back to that. Eyes on lithium, yes. So that would be Novus or Visania I would have to go to get the lithium. But what I will do now is I will drop some organic, because I don't need it. And yes, I will end the video there, I believe, because I've now got... Yes, I've been going for about 33 minutes. I need to edit this. Well, I'm not even going to edit, I'm just going to combine it and then put it up. But I will probably make another video later. Maybe later today or later tomorrow. This probably won't be uploaded until tomorrow, because obviously I'm going to have to go into town. And we are currently undergoing a storm. So I'm not taking my laptop into the city centre when it's chucking it down. To save the game, you just enter anything that you have to do with Y. You can enter a shelter, you can enter a ship, you can enter a chair. You can just build a chair and carry it around with you, sit in it. Oh, there you go, you've just saved the game. So, I will end the recording here. And we will start again another time. I don't know whether I'll start the video. I probably will record it again before this is uploaded. But we'll see what people say, whether they want to keep this going, whether they want to play it more as a achievement hunter. Now, if they want it as an achievement hunter, I'll probably have to start a new save because I've done all the achievements on here. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to there. Thank you very much.